Welcome back to another edition of How's the Rutherford County Real Estate Market. I am getting ready to give the update for the week ending August 3rd. So I'm John Turner with the Turner Victory team of Onward Real Estate. We like looking at these stats every week just to see what's going on with the market and stay on top of it. This market's always changing. It runs in cycles, and let's just see exactly where we are in this cycle. So let's get to it. Let me get this reduced down here and out of the way, and let's jump on over here. What I like to look at first, I think if you've watched this before, you know it, we always go to this main page. We like to look at our totals. Currently, we have 1,537 available homes on the market. There were 161 new listings this week. Pended 116 units, 104 units closed, and 150 units expired or were pulled off the market. We've had 1,451 units close over the past 3 months. Our month supply right now is 3.18%. And about 7.5% of the market of the homes that are on the market went under contract this week, and about another just shy of 7% closed this week. So, and you can see we break it down by price ranges. Below 400,000, we have less than 3 months supply. Between 4 and 600,000, we have a little over 3 months supply. It's interesting that the 500s we actually have less month supply than we do in the 400. So that's just an interesting stack. But if you look at the number of listings, a lot more listings up in the 400,000 price range. 700s has become a very healthy market. That was a market that got saturated a little while back. And also the 900s, I hit on this last week. We had nearly 2 years supply of homes on the market just a few months ago. So very interesting how that's bounced back. Let's go look at our month supply chart here. And what you can see is last year at this time, we had 2.35 month supply of inventory. We have 3.18 month supply of inventory this year. So definitely that is up. Let's look at our pendings. Pendings are interesting here. So let's look at our pending chart. We were down from last week. We had 121 pendings last week. We have 116 this week. Not that far off. But what surprised me is I really thought we might see a jump, because last year we saw a jump from 115 to 134. So I was anticipating us going into the 130s. We actually went to 116. So a little surprising there. I don't know if we'll see a little bounce back or if we'll continue this trend like we did last year going down. I just really don't know. It seems like in this strange market, my predictions just, they just don't really come true, to be honest with you. So we will see. Available inventory, same old story. If you go back to 2024, it tightened up on us, and that's early in 2024. It has steadily risen since. We've had a couple little downturns here and here. So not sure if we're at the peak yet or what's really going to happen. But definitely more homes on the market than we've had previously. The monthly closing chart, this is really interesting because we had 516 homes close this month. Last month we had 477, so that's a nice little bump. But this time last year we had 516 close also, but in June we only had 408. So it was a lot bigger jump last year than this year. I don't know if that bodes well that we'll be about even in August or not. A little hard to tell. I do know that pendings have been doing pretty good compared to last year, so we'll wait and see, quite frankly. And then our graph of the homes that are actually the percentage of homes that go under contract each week. You can see last year when we had lower inventories, a lot larger percentage of the homes were going under contract each week. So that's local Rutherford County information. Let's look at this report by Realtor.com. I thought this was really interesting. They talked about the 10 slowest markets in the U.S. Do you know what's number one? That's right. They're saying the Nashville area. Now, this caught me by surprise because we are not, our market is not on fire, but I would not necessarily call us the number one slowest, or wouldn't think we would be. But where they really take that from is they look at the median days on the market and year over year change. And we're at 52 days median on the market. So we've gone up 20 days. So last time at this, this time last year we were at 30 days. But look at Miami, Florida. Look at Orlando, 83 days, 70 days. Arizona, 57 days. Jacksonville, Florida, 67 days. Columbus, 68. So really what they're saying is that compared to last year, our market has slowed more than some of these other areas. So I don't really like the way they worded that. It took me a minute to try to figure out exactly where we were on that. But that's what they've come up with. Rutherford County, again, 37% of all homes on the market have seen a price cut. It's about the same for for Murfreesboro as well, right here. One interesting thing that this chart will show you, though, this is Murfreesboro City, but let's go back and look at the average price per square foot in Murfreesboro back in February of 2020 was $134. $134 a square foot. You can see this big rise right here throughout the COVID years. And then we had a little bit of a dip, and we're seeing a little bit of dip now, but we were at $215 a square foot. The average right now is $212. So we are seeing a little curve down here, but still rising from 134 up to $212. That's a huge increase over a 5-year span, basically. Now, some big news we think what will be some big news on the mortgage front. If we go over here and look at 10-year Treasury, and if you remember that the 10-year Treasury mortgage rates react to the 10-year Treasury, among other things, but it really mimics the 10-year Treasury. And it's already on Sunday evening, so this has started up for this evening. It's showing it's down just, slightly, overnight here. But if you go back and look at all this right here, this is back in 2020. And you could see this Treasury start going up. But if you remember the summer of 2022, that's where we saw that Treasury really rise, saw interest rates really jump up. And then they peaked right up here in October of 2022. That's really been the height. If you follow this yellow line across the board there, you don't see anything higher than that in this 5-year time period. And then we saw some drops and back up and everything. But right here where we are right now, it's very interesting because if I will take this down to the 5-day, and it'll take it just a moment to switch over to the 5-day. And what you're going to see is on Friday, something really interesting happened. We were floating around up here at 4.4% or 4.4%. And then all of a sudden the jobs report came out. And also with it, the Fed report came out. There was a couple of Fed members that thought interest rates should have dropped. They didn't. If I'm not mistaken, also the governor of the Fed, I believe, resigned. Now, that's not the chairman. That's not Powell, but the governor. So what happened? These things dropped drastically. So they went from 4.4 down to about 4.21. That's a massive drop in one day. I am anticipating mortgage rates to change very favorably on Monday. So if you're watching this and you're trying to lock in to your rate, I really think that you need to certainly be in touch with your loan officer about that. One other thing, I didn't bring this up. This is the rates for the past year. The 30-year average spiked at up here at 7.04. They've been floating around 6 3/4. We've seen a drop down to 6.72. Now this is through Friday. I'm hoping to see that drop maybe to 6.55. I don't know. I may be wrong. They may go up. I try to figure this stuff out, and we're just in such a uncertain market right now. So it's really hard to figure it all out. But I can tell you, if I am looking to purchase a home and I need to get locked in, I am definitely talking to my loan officer first thing Monday morning. If I am an agent, and we have a lot of agents who watch this, and I appreciate y'all tuning in too. Hopefully this information helps you, but I would have my clients talking to their loan officer. What's going on? Do I need to lock in? What are rates doing? That a drop like that could save you quite a bit of money on the monthly payment. So, but that's what I've got this week. That's what's going on not only in Rutherford County, but across the region and across the nation. Again, my name is John Turner with the Turner Victory Team of Onward Real Estate. We're located in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We do cover the mid-state area. We like using this information to actually help our clients navigate through the market. We also like sharing it with our fellow realtors. I think it does the industry good for all of us to be aware of what's going on. And not everybody enjoys these stats, so a few key stats actually can help everybody. So if you have any questions, reach out to us on socials, comment here on our YouTube channel. Please make sure to like. Please make sure to subscribe. That helps us out a lot. And we look forward to seeing you next week. I will talk to you later. Thank you.